We're gonna get one last acceleration here before we sum things up. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're gonna be going over a very special Raptor that's been built out by Addictive Desert Designs. It's a super cool build. But first and foremost, I'm gonna include a link to their website in the description below. Check them out. You guys have probably already heard of them. They do a bunch of really cool stuff on vehicles. They do like custom bumpers, racks, lights, I mean, they literally do everything. So just go check out their website, but let's get into the video. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are still 450 horsepower and then 510 pound-feet of torque. This truck does have an aftermarket air intake, and I mean, look, they use the truck exactly for what you're supposed to use it for. This is what the under-the-hood area looked like on my Raptor as well, because I took it off-roading all the time. But yeah, just beautiful. Like, if you don't have this on your Raptor, if your under-the-hood doesn't look like this, then you're not using it right. So this is going to be the coolest front end I've ever seen on a Raptor. So you guys can see before they actually pop off, all of these light pods there at the top, or sorry, at the bottom, and then the LED light bar there at the top looks crazy. I love how they have the red outlining, and then even the accent here. So it kind of looks orange on the camera. It's actually red here in person. It's not orange. Again, the camera's kind of like messing up because it can't capture the color. But yeah, really crazy. I love the look of it. But yeah, this front end is just insane. I love the wrap. It's got the Gears of War wrap. We've got all the sponsors and everything, because this was actually a SEMA truck. This is one of the first Ford Raptors ever built. And so yeah, it was actually a SEMA build. But you guys can see that you've got all the light pods here, and then we've got this custom bumper that's actually bulletproof, really heavy because it's bulletproof. But yeah, it looks really good on the truck. You can see, again, you got the ADD logo right there. But yeah, overall the front end is insane. We've got 17-inch wheels, and wrapped around that we've got 37s in the front and in the rear, which is a really cool setup. Looks crazy with the truck. Definitely gives it a taller stance as well. And then notice just all of the red accenting around the wheel, and then even on the brake caliper as well, it's also red. It's kind of hard to see because of kind of like the overall layout of the center portion of the wheel. And then this does have custom suspension as well. There's what it looks like here in the front. And then also this has the wider fenders that have been added. So it's kind of hard to tell here on camera. If I kind of show you guys from this angle, you can kind of see how the fender's a little bit wider. And then also here from the back, compared to a stock Raptor, definitely gives it a more aggressive look. And then you guys can see again the custom wrap, and then notice the side steps here as well. And then popping here into the back, this is where you can see again more with the shocks on the truck. Definitely not what you get in a normal 2017 Raptor, but yeah, this thing is just insane looking. And especially from like the side angle here, like, well, the truck's so massive it's kind of hard to get the whole thing. There you go, look at that. That's cool. Here in the back, this looks so crazy. So this is the tire carrier and rack system and everything, and I love it. Like, it makes the tire carrier and rack in my TRX just look like super pedestrian. Like, this is just cool how it like lifts up the tires, like it shows the whole world like, hey, this is a Baja truck. And then this rack looks so cool. ADD does have racks that like come up like this, which look just crazy. And yeah, this just definitely, you guys saw it from the front end with all the lights and everything. I think that like the TRX needs to have something like this. This looks so cool. Just popping down below, you guys can see again, you've got the lights. These ones are red like normal. And then look at these exhaust tips. You've got the carbon fiber on the exhaust tips, and don't worry, we'll get an exhaust clip in a little bit. You actually do have parking sensors here on this bumper, and again, this is another bulletproof bumper. Super, I mean, just listen to the sound of that. It's crazy. It looks really awesome here in the back end. But yeah, just cool Raptor. Now popping here to the rear door panel, notice that everything's pretty much base here in the back, and you do have kind of like this blacked out trim right here in the center. But this one does have just like the baseline seats. Again, this is one of the first Raptors that was ever built, but you do get kind of like the soft touch all over with like the gray here. And if you guys are wondering, that sound is yours truly, the Ben Hardy TRX getting pulled in to get scanned for bumpers. But back to this Raptor, you guys can see it's just like any other Raptor. So I don't want to go over the interior too much, because the interior is pretty much the same as any other Raptor. There's not really a ton of like customization done on that front. So the next thing here with this Raptor is it originally had an Xbox build. So you still have the logo here on the seats. That's like the only custom thing here on this part of the interior. The rest of the seats normal. It's just the headrest has that custom logo, which I think is a nice little touch, but there's something that's more interesting. Yes, one of these in a Raptor. Crazy. Now I want to show you guys the steering wheel, because the steering wheel is actually held up really well. So you guys got to remember, again, this is a 2017 Raptor. This is one of the first Raptors ever built. And I mean, all the leather on the steering wheel is still really nice, just how it looks and everything. And then look at all the controls. Like, it's all pretty much the same as any other Raptor, except this doesn't have adaptive cruise control, but you still get the giant paddles there on the back, the stock, all that's the same. Still get the little red racing thing at the top. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just like a regular Raptor steering wheel. Now looking here at the center gauge cluster, it's super base. It's not like what I had with my Raptor where you've got like the bigger screen and everything. This is like from a base model F-150. It's super interesting that they have that. And then look, you've got all the different modes and everything with that, which is still on the steering wheel here. It's just on this bottom portion right there. But here on the center stack, like, it shows up just like on my Raptor that I had. You've got the normal sport, the weather, mud, sand, Baja, then the rock, crawl, and then with the steering, you've got normal, sport, and then comfort. Since this truck has such big tires, I imagine that you'll probably have it in comfort or normal rather than sport with the steering, just because it's going to be kind of cumbersome to turn the wheel. But yeah, it's interesting to see the base gauges that this has. Now, just like all the other Raptors, you still get the hill descent control, the stability control, the hazard lights, the auto stop start, and then this is for the camera system, which if we press the button, you guys can see that you can see all the light pods with the bumper, which is pretty cool. And then you still get the full 360 view with that. And then you can see you've got the front view again, and then more front view for off-roading purposes. And then this is what the backup camera looks like. You still get the zoom in function right there with the backup camera, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, again, with the infotainment system, this is like the base system from 2017. It's so interesting to see it. You actually do get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is interesting. But yeah, I forgot like how much Ford has improved the infotainment system from this 2017 to my 2020. So just like all the other Raptors, we still get our driveline select with the 2-wheel high, the 4-wheel auto, the 4-wheel high, and then the 4-wheel low, and then the locker there in the center, and then the volume controls, all that kind of stuff. And then with the climate control system, it's just a single zone climate. And sorry, it's kind of grainy, it's just really dark in here. You've got a power outlet, and then you got the shifter. You can manually shift gears yourself. That's what the M is for. Couple cup holders, regular center console, regular glove box, like that's all the same. But then notice the material on the dash. Again, it's like a base model interior. It's very interesting. And the last thing is, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, we do have all the auxiliary switches. Obviously a few of these are paired to the lights and everything with the truck. So like, look at this, look at the brightness difference. Like completely just like super bright. Still has a power sliding window. That's all normal. I wonder, let's see if this one does crazy. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. Okay, I need to stop doing this because I'm gonna blind people. And then this doesn't have a sunroof or anything like that. Let's quickly talk about visibility here in the Gears of War Raptor before we set off. So visibility of the hood, it feels the same as any other Raptor. You just feel a little bit higher off the ground. And then visibility through both of the mirrors is the same. Now through the rear, you do get a little bit of an issue with the giant tire there in the back. But I mean, other than that, it's not bad at all. And that all being said, well, let's set off. So we're initially setting off here in the Gears of War Raptor, and we're going over this section because we got little speed bumps, and I'll actually be able to feel the difference between this and my stock Raptor that I just traded in. Don't worry, I drove my Raptor like not that long ago, so I can actually like physically perceive a difference between them. The first thing that I'm noticing with the truck is just the weight difference. With this truck, you can actually slightly perceive this, but the thing that's funny is this still feels significantly lighter than my TRX. Like this it's crazy. This has so much added on to it. The bumpers are really heavy, but it still feels lighter than the TRX. It's pretty interesting being back into a Raptor and driving it kind of like back to back with the TRX. But the thing that I noticed also with this truck is it's so wide with those extensions there. Well, not extensions, but the wider fenders that this has. And it kind of gives it a different driving experience just because it has the extra width. but it somehow still feels a little bit more narrow compared to the TRX. It's interesting, again, driving these back to back. We're going on this road right here because I want to get just a slight acceleration with the truck and see how it kind of accelerates different compared to a stock Raptor, but we've got to wait for this person, of course. Sounds good. Definitely sounds way better than my Raptor sounded, even with the exhaust. I think I like this exhaust a little bit more in terms of like, you can still hear the turbo noise, whereas my exhaust was so loud that all you could hear was the exhaust with the truck. You can hear anything from the turbos. Now we're gonna get one last acceleration here before we sum things up. Yeah, I love the blow-off noise. That's one of the things I am definitely gonna miss from having a Raptor is the blow-off from the turbos. But let's get into summing things up with this particular Raptor. So first off, you guys know I already love the outside. I love the theme with the wrap. I think it looks really awesome. And then from a performance standpoint, the acceleration feels pretty much the same as a stock Raptor, so you don't lose out on anything from a performance standpoint. But then with the shocks and the tires, this would just be so much more capable on the off-road. Like, you'd be able to go a little bit faster because you got a little bit more suspension travel, and just think about the jumps that you could attempt with this truck. It'd be absolutely insane. And because this has 37s, then the amount of ground clearance that you get with the truck is just substantially better compared to a stock Raptor. And so for like a pure off-roading machine, this is like ideal because you get the base interior, so you're not like, you wouldn't have like any of the extras you don't really care about, because this is like a pure off-roading machine.